Let's do this. Lance, what the heck am I holding?
You're holding a Vulcan.
An awesome Vulcan. As I've seen people comment, the best use of a deploy ever. It doesn't have a name yet, does it?
Not yet. Still in the works.
I'm going to call it the Deplorable. If that catches on, I'm sorry. I think it's the perfect name. I know a lot of you are really going to enjoy this one. And I really want one. I might have to build one. This thing, So where do we begin with this one?
Where do you want to start?
It's a Vulcan that has a deploy for the stock. It's actually the front end of a deploy, ironically enough.
It's the carry handle.
Yeah, the whole front of it.
Yeah.
With a Maverick grip. But, of course, it's not just a deploy. It's not just a Vulcan. It's a flywheel-powered Vulcan with, amusingly enough, a stock strife cage. Mm-hmm. Running off is the flywheel's a 3S?
The flywheel is 3S.
But the Vulcan internals are running off a 4S LiPo. And it's got a pretty crazy rate of fire. Absolutely insane rate of fire for a Vulcan. Again, I have to temper this. This thing's a Vulcan. Vulcans are not known for being very good, but we cronied this thing with garbage darts, and it averaged, I think, 95.
Yes.
Hitting over 100 several times. It's a Vulcan. Lance, where did this idea come from?
This idea came from the need to have something useful. I had a Vulcan lying around, and it didn't perform like I wanted it to, and I couldn't shoulder it, and I was severely disappointed with stock performance. And so this was a, I guess, sleep-deprived, induced modding project that started probably about a year ago in college.
And yet I was there when it actually came to fruition at one of Captain Xavier's mod parties. And for some reason it didn't sing to me at the time. Now it's the coolest thing ever that I don't own that I want. It's not even painted! And it looks incredible. He doesn't even have to paint it. The Vulcan itself is a very nice looking blaster, and so is the deploy, but when you use the deploy as a stock, with hardware fixing right here, there is no of that glue or anything on it. It's all hardware. Pretty thick aluminum plating with screws running throughout the entire blaster, including the grip itself. And my gosh, is it pretty. And the last time I tried to get footage of this thing was at the last Fort Morst War. And not only did it actually break itself on the field, it happens, it's a Vulcan, lots of moving parts, but he didn't have this. This actually allows you to prime the Vulcan, of course, like normal, but on this, it's just so cool to pick this thing up and prime it and have that chain move forward into the firing position. The dumbest, coolest thing ever. And I don't have the biggest arms or the biggest hands or anything like that, and this thing is an absolute dream to shoulder. He's got custom working on the butt plate here. It's actually, it looks like wood with some craft foam on it.
It's a piece of plywood with EVA foam.
Piece of plywood with EVA foam. And the battery compartment is inside of the deploy, and it's magnetically attached. And again, two circuits in here, one for the actual deploy internal, or not deploy, it's a big deploy. One for the actual Vulcan internals, that, of course, is actually still a plunger tube with the spring. You didn't do a spring upgrade or anything, right?
Nope. Completely stock Vulcan internals.
Completely stock Vulcan internals.
Locks and all.
Still has the locks and everything in it. Kind of backwards, but it works flawlessly. And how many rounds have you ran through this since you fixed it?
I have run probably close to 300 now.
And we just did another 75, so...
75, so 400 so far.
It's good. It's really good. This thing, if you can look at this, I can just show you. That's how you build one. There's no secrets here. Of course, the front of it, you have to Dremel out and fit a strafe cage in here. But there's nothing super special about this build, other than the fact that this madman just made it, and it works great. This is the perfect blaster. I adore it. I really hope more people use Deploy as stocks.
It's a wealth of parts, you know.
Captain Xavier said it best on that one. And even from the top, if you want to see that, very good integrations here. And yet, yeah, it fires like a dream, and it fires really fast, and it hits really hard. And it does run up to a 50 dart chain, no problem. It hasn't taken it above that though, eh?
No, not yet.
Not yet. And I've got plenty of Vulcan chains. You want Vulcan chains.
Yes, I do.
I'll just have to trade you a Vulcan chains for one of these, and then you can build another one.
There we go. It sounds like a plan.
It doesn't sound like a plan. You're getting ripped off. Don't do that. Perfect foregrip. Already, it's like the Vulcan was made for this.
It's what NERF should have done with the Vulcan from the start.
Perfect shoulder strap locations right there if you want to have a sling on this thing. Carry it by the handle. Well, it is a handle now. No problem. And this is a very off-the-cuff video because that's what it has to be, because I don't know what else to say other than this is the coolest thing ever, and if you legitimately did not get the full idea from somebody else besides the internals, then everybody needs to build one of these. Because I know a lot of people are really going to want this blaster. And if you've never shoulder fired a Vulcan, this is the closest you can get to like running an LMG from Call of Duty in real life, running around ADSing with a freaking big, huge... not many people can do that in real life. Some people try. It works. It works really well. Don't be surprised if you see me try to do something like this in the future. We were just talking about this because I actually own a clear Vulcan. I need a clear deploy now.
It's going to a good cause.
Yeah. I need one. There's a Sonic one, isn't there? Is there a Sonic Vulcan?
Yes, there is.
I'm excited. This has to happen. Full of LEDs and everything. Let me know what you think about what is tentatively called the Deplorable down in the comment section below. Give Lance your love, because this thing is amazing. I don't really think anything else has to be said. Do you have anything else to add to this absolute majesty?
I have nothing else to add. I'm not the first one to do this. This has been done before.
The flywheels and a
flywheel Vulcan, yes.
He doesn't even have like an afterburner or anything on this. It's just stock cage, like
stock cage, stock wheels, 130 motors.
It's not even like an artifact cage.
No, there's no need.
There's no need. It's amazing. I have not seen this kind of body style before, and it's perfect. It's easy and it's perfect, and all of you out there should be looking into doing this. I'm Walcom S7. This is Lance. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one. And hopefully we see something like this really soon, because this is freaking pretty. Good job, Lance.
Thank you.
I'm jealous.